Welcome to the Drew Barrymore Show. Please welcome Courtney Cox, David Arquette, and Neve Campbell.
I'm just so excited. I don't even want to pretend like we are who we are. I want to kick it old school and get in a time machine and go back 25 years, and we're in Santa Rosa, California. I was 20 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Tell me one thing that like no one has ever known or seen or heard, something that's like emblematic of that time, you know?
I was thinking of this yesterday, and I was remembering a dinner that we had at the Wrap. Just after we'd wrapped, we went to this Italian restaurant in Santa Rosa, and we all sat down around a table, and everyone got up one by one and talked about how life-changing the experience was on the movie. And yes, there was had a sense of lightning in a bottle on the film itself, but the experience for each of us was extremely meaningful. So that dinner was kind of amazing.
I remember some faint memory of us all, like group of us all hanging out by a tree.
I remember that too.
Yeah. It was right at the end. Mm-hmm. We was like right under a tree.
Mm-hmm. Was that with the bonfire? Because we did have a
think
fire.
so.
We had we were outside and we had a bonfire. And I actually remember us talking, I can't remember who said it. I think maybe it was Matt might have said, do you think if this actually does well, that there could be a costume? And we were all like, nah, really? Do you think a costume? And now, I mean, every year, every Halloween, I open the door and there's a ghost face at some point.
I remember them coming back, like it must have been right toward the beginning of the shooting. And like they had gone and found the mask. Mm-hmm. They said they found it in the back of this toy store. Weston, like any of the masks he was seeing, he said, do you have anything old in the back, like under something? And then they found the mask.
No way. I don't remember that.
And I had like the party room. I had the crazy party room where I had like black light posters and things on the wall, lava lamps, and everyone would come and commune there.
When you stay in Santa Rosa, you're destined just to hang out with each other. You can't just pop in and out. It was a real bonding experience for all of us. Yeah. And we all became really good friends. And right? It was just, and Wes just so wonderful. And all the producers were great. We were a big family for sure.
We became so close, Courtney. I remember at the poster shoot, I was like having a nervous breakdown because I was having a false sense of being pregnant. I kept asking you, how do you know if you're pregnant? Like, I'm freaking out. We're supposed to shoot this poster, but oh my God, like I just started dating somebody and I how do you know? I felt safe going to you. Like you were the mature, safe person in the room.
I was the older one and I was the right person to ask.
I remember also being like so excited as an actor to do a scary movie. And I don't think there had been a film like Scream where it was such high stakes and so terrifying and then like campy and humorous and a comedy at the next turn.
Yeah. Also just to kill off the iconic Drew Barrymore in the first segment of the film, and it was 13 minutes or 14, it was so powerful that you knew they were going to take a chance like that you just knew it was going to be so just that's shocking to the audience.
Okay, so Courtney, you're playing Monica on Friends, and then you get to come on this film. What is it that you tell yourself or like talk to Wes about where you're like, I want this to be different, and this is how?
Well, I think that I had to talk Wes into letting me do this. I definitely had a thing where I needed to prove that I could be, bitchy or, she was just kind of ruthless, but at the same time, we were kind of the comic, I was over the top. So it was a different kind of comedy. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I loved it. I loved all the each scream, I would try to come up with a different look for her that was just over the top gross or ugly or too much. Whether it was this blonde. Oh, well, that was the worst. I don't want to, I forgot about it. There's nothing worse, but that was a big lesson in life because that will forever be on film. And we only had one set of bangs. And I remember they were cut on the set. You're supposed to have like a thing that starts back here, far back, and that's where the part goes for the bangs. For some reason, someone put it here and started cutting, and I went, well, I don't have a choice now.
I remember that day because we were all like, no, they're good, really.
The highest voice, the pitch.
It's so true. And here we are, one of the most successful, iconic franchises in cinema history. Congratulations to you guys. You know, that mask is iconic. There's a new Scream. Like, how exciting is that?
You know what's special is because of COVID, the younger cast, the newer cast in this film had a very similar experience to ours. They were all forced into one hotel together. They obviously weren't spending time with anyone else outside of the film. So they were basically isolated together in the same way that we felt we were in Santa Rosa. And they had a very similar experience. They bonded, they had a blast. They're big fans of this franchise. So that was really cool to see how excited they were to be a part of these films. So yeah, it was nice to see that. Oh, yeah, and they're amazing, like really talented kids. So
I gave them all a Bob Ross painting lesson because I'm a certified Bob Ross instructor. So I bought them all kits, and we all sat around painting together.
David,
3-week course in Florida. You can all become one.
What do you not do? Right? Okay, so are you guys proud of this movie? How do you feel about the new directors who came in, you know, picking up something so legacy? Like, Neve, from your perspective, how do you feel about this reboot?
Great. Honestly, I think, I'd been apprehensive about jumping into this when I'd heard it was being made, just because I think we all were a bit nervous about making it without Wes, because he's so responsible for the mastery of these films and this franchise. But the directors, Matt and Tyler, sent me a letter prior to my accepting the film, telling me that they actually were inspired to make Ready or Not, their other film, by the Scream movies, and they became directors because of Wes Craven. And that meant so much to me. They said in the letter, we're going to honor his legacy. We really believe in his work, and this is going to be a genuine Scream movie. It's going to be in that same vein and energy and at the same level, and we want to do right by it. I mean, it was such a beautiful letter, and they did it. Honestly, they did it. The movie is great. Fans are not going to be disappointed, and I'm really glad that I signed on to this one.
Courtney, what's it like from your perspective?
It was really emotional when I walked on the set and felt like I was right back in Woodsboro, but Wes wasn't there, and it was just like, oh God. I mean, there was a lot of tears all the time, and just feeling him. But like Neve said, the directors they were so kind, and so every single thing they did was in honor of Wes. Yeah. And Matt and Tyler are just incredible directors. So I enjoyed it, and I just love the feeling of bringing something back and knowing it's going to be as good as the first and different, but still in the vein of, the class that it had.
I'm so glad. All right, we'll be right back after a quick commercial break with more.